messed up.
Okay,
whatever.
We're good.
We're only recording audio, so it's cool.
Right.
So remember, it's the second mark, not the first mark.
Shut the fuck up. I'm trying to fucking do our intro, bro.
Okay. Damn.
Who's Mark?
Mark.
That's the next topic.
Who's Mark? Dude, I'll tell you what, I've been looking at Markiplier's OnlyFans page, dude. I haven't made any money, but like the opening picture, bro, he's got some spicy shit on there.
Dude,
like
apparently
I don't know.
The site crashed as soon as like it launched. So many people tried to sign up for his OnlyFans. Not just his page, but the entirety of OnlyFans shut down. And like it just wouldn't function because there's too many fucking people on it.
There's too many because Mark launched an OnlyFans?
Because Mark launched an OnlyFans. When he did that, there were so many people on OnlyFans at one time that it crashed.
Yeah, the site crashed.
Not just his page, the actual site.
The entire website crashed.
This is a great time to say that this episode is sponsored by Markipliers OnlyFans.
wait. I wish.
Oh my god, can you imagine?
Go check them out. Anyway, I'm gonna run the intro. You guys ready? I got a great intro for you.
No, never. Absolutely not.
Alright, here we go. Welcome to the first ever episode of the Tumult Cult, or our cult of conversation we're going to have here. This is our first time doing a podcast. It's probably going to be rough around the edges, but
probably the last
it's going to
time.
be great.
Probably.
If it goes well and I edit it properly and it doesn't sound too bad, then we might do it again. You never know.
Yeah. If we could figure out how to say one word at the same time, which apparently we don't.
Yeah. So I am joined by our resident ginger, Sean. Say hello to everybody.
Hello. Oh, very enthusiastic.
What a great. He's focused. We're a little ADHD. We're playing Minecraft right now at the same time. This is the whole podcast.
That's it. Your parents will be concerned what website you're on.
Yeah, yeah. Markiplier's OnlyFans page, bro. That's what I'm on.
Yeah, we already said that. Markiplier's OnlyFans.
I'm also joined by our local underaged individual. Aiden,
our token minor.
To everyone.
Yeah, here, guys, I'm the token minor. It's very important next to the women. Speaking of women.
Oh, shit. What an introduction.
We're also joined by a woman.
Your favorite lady. Yukaya, as always.
Also known as Caillou.
Yes, a name that somehow stuck.
You're my third favorite.
The best name ever.
There's only 4 of us.
You're my third favorite. All right, so I figured we're gonna start off our little podcast with a little icebreaker. So we came up with this game together. You guys know it. It's called Kanye or Not Ye. I'm going to be reading out Kanye quotes from Twitter. I want you to guess if it is him or not him. If it's not him, I will let you know after you guys guessed incorrectly or not, or correctly, and then I will tell you who it is. Or if you guys want, you can guess who it is. Whatever you guys want to do.
Just make sure you put it in the Discord because I'm having trouble hearing you. But I mean, we're not doing Discord. Discord. We don't do that stupid fucking website.
That's right. I'll say it. All right. So I'll write it down and I'll also.
Because you're a tad bit robotic, bruv. Because someone's installing shit.
Yeah. Listen. Okay. I asked how to wait. You didn't wait, so now I have to deal with being robotic for the next 5 minutes while I download the mod pack.
You'll be all right. Anyway, I'll type it in the chat. So.
How can I say this without being canceled?
I'm gonna. Yeah, that's a good.
So what?
That's the debate here. Copy and paste is a great thing, by the way, so you don't have to type it all out.
Yeah,
just a reminder here.
I'm trying to find a good one. So, our first tweet. This is our first tweet for you guys. Is this Kanye or not Ye? McDonald's is my favorite brand.
Oh, boy.
Bro, that's Warren Buffett. Bro, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, that is not Kanye.
Yeah, there's no way Kanye said that.
That
That
is
is
fucking
not Kanye.
stock trader, bro.
I'm gonna get a notepad open and keep points, and we'll tell you guys who wins. Okay, so Sean and Aiden, you're going for no, not Kanye.
That's not yay.
No, I agree.
Alright.
It's not Kanye.
All right, now we all have to figure. We all
Are
have
you guys
to.
ready? Are you guys ready for the reveal? I'm gonna tell you whether it's him or not first, and then you guys can guess if it's not him or if it is. If it is him, you don't have to guess. You ready?
It's
This tweet is Kanye.
what the
Oh, no.
He has tweeted this
Bro.
at 8:08 a.m. the 31st of August, 2016.
Can we put a
Don't
tweet?
have that
Can
ethnic
we
riddle,
show the
bro.
tweet on
2016
screen?
Kanye.
Can we show the tweet
I
on
will
screen?
put a picture. I will put a picture of the tweet on screen right now. Let me save it. I have a picture of it right here.
That's very on brand.
He had that McMuffin,
Okay.
he knew.
In 2016.
Literally on
Not
brand.
Now, of course. Yeah, on brand for sure. I can remember
That
not
is-
lean away from my mic. It's a problem.
Okay, yeah, it's Kanye. So you guys didn't get any points, but that's okay. That's okay. It's a hard one. I took an old one. Okay.
Bro, I don't have Twitter, so this is even harder.
I don't own Twitter. Wait.
Here is another one. Here we go. Is this Kanye or not yay? Can somebody sue me already? Hashtag I'll wait.
That's definitely Kanye.
See,
Um,
that does sound like Kanye.
It does sound like
but
Kanye.
also-
I'm not sure if it is, because I swear I've seen this tweet. I don't know if it was
The problem
Kanye.
I have is
though.
that I feel like he'd sue somebody before he gets sued. That's the problem I have. So I don't feel like that's
No.
fitting. You don't
I,
think so?
I don't think this is Kanye.
Why else was Kim becoming
This
a
is
lawyer?
Kanye. I'm sorry, guys. It has to be.
No,
All right, so
I don't think it is.
Aiden says no. Ukiah says no. Sean says yes. Are you guys ready for the reveal?
Yes.
What's-
Drum roll,
result?
please. This is Kanye.
What?
Oh
From-
my god.
11:41 a.m. the 25th of June, 2016.
What
on?
what is he doing in June that is making
2016?
suing him
Wait.
warranted?
2016.
I just thought of nowadays events. Fucking.
Man was being sued apparently.
What did they
Holy
do in
shit.
2016? Specifically
All right,
June of
so Sean,
2016.
you earned yourself a point right there. See, Kanye.
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 You know
Can we
what
get,
I'm
can
all
we get the
about.
edit on the screen right now?
Sean's the ultimate Kanye friend. Let's be real.
Fran?
Alright.
Wait. I'm a fan of postmodern
anymore,
Kanye.
not anymore.
Postmodern
Loves
Kanye. Okay?
especially now.
We're talking fucking graduation Kanye. That's what
All
I'm
right,
a fan
here's a good one. This is a tweet. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
The tweet says, "Great!" Exclamation point. Is this Kanye?
of. Oh my god.
Yeah. No, that 100% is. That,
This is
I
Taylor
don't doubt
Swift.
That's Kanye.
All right, so what do we got? Not Kanye, not Ye or Kanye? What are we?
No,
feeling?
it totally is. It's gotta be.
Nah, yeah.
All right, you got not Ye. Aiden, what are you feeling?
It's just great exclamation point.
That's all it is.
That's not yay.
Fuck it, might be him.
No, that's gotta be.
That's
It's
not
gotta be.
yay.
All right, the reveal in 3, 2, 1. Sean, you have earned yourself another point.
Oh!
Aiden, you
Oh,
earned yourself one.
shit.
I
This
don't know who the
is
fuck
a
Kanye is,
reply. This is
apparently.
a tweet reply by Elon Musk to the community notes. A tweet by Keith Coleman. I'm just gonna screenshot it and I'll add it to the video.
Yo,
Video.
Elon,
But
great.
This is an Elon Musk tweet. And it's technically a reply, but
It's a
it's
Musk
on Twitter,
tweet.
so it's a Musk tweet.
A
Certified
musky ass
Musk
tweet. Yeah.
All right, here is another tweet. Here we go. This is
I'm so bad at this game.
Kanye or not yay. Kanye, period. Elon, period. Trump, period.
That's
the whole-
Kanye.
That's Kanye.
That's Kanye.
That's 100% Kanye.
All right. How about you, Sean? What are you feeling?
I mean, this could be Kanye or it could be some modern white skinhead that's a fucking Nazi.
It could also
But
be
what's the
someone who's
difference?
very offended by the fact that Kanye supported Trump like once. Like it could be a Hillary Clinton tweet. I wouldn't even be
Do you
surprised.
think it could be a fucking hit list? Yeah. Could be a Hillary
hit
Clinton
list?
moment.
hit
Hillary
list?
Clinton,
Definitely
Hillary
hit list,
Clinton
dude.
moment.
All right.
It could be a
Alright,
hit list.
it's
okay.
Kanye. It's Kanye. It's
Give me your
fucking
final
Kanye.
answer.
That's
Final
Kanye.
answers. Aiden says Kanye. Sean says Kanye. Ukiah?
Yeah, it's Kanye.
This is not EA.
What?
What?
Tweet by the House Judiciary GOP
No.
at 8:05 p.m.
What?
10/6/2022.
Dude was held at gunpoint.
The House
Literally was sitting at
Judiciary
gunpoint.
of
The
the.
House Judiciary of GOP.
Dude was
So-
held pistol to his
I
head.
will put it on this.
forced
screen.
to
I will put
open
it on the
Twitter.
The
screen.
Republican House Judiciary tweeted this
Dude, that's what I'm saying. Dude was held.
at gunpoint.
Yeah, no way he was not.
Okay,
All right,
now I have to read that.
all right.
Can you read it in a country accent?
Okay. Kanye, Elon, Trump.
There you go. No, that makes more sense now. That's definitely Republican House
All right.
Judiciary.
All right, I got another one. Are you ready? You guys ready? Kanye or not yay? The tweet says, quote, explains a lot without a period. Is that Kanye or not yay?
He's a sassy bitch.
Definitely, yeah, I agree with Caillou.
He's
all
a sassy
lowercase,
motherfucker. It's
no
gotta be.
punctuation.
No, the E is in explains is capitalized.
Oh no, that's not
This
Kanye.
one does it automatically though.
No, that's not yet. That's not yet.
No,
Not
it's
yay?
gotta be.
Not yay, okay.
No,
Aiden
no.
says not yay.
I don't think it is.
It's gonna be a.
Definitely,
it's yay.
okay, so... Alright, so Sean and Ukiah, you say it's yay. Aiden, you say it's not?
It's not.
Alright, this is not yay.
Uh-huh.
Because it is the reply to McDonald's is my favorite restaurant by Burger King, the UK. Burger King, the UK. Fucking
No.
What?
tweeted, replied to that tweet and said explains a lot.
Wow.
I mean, good
So
for Burger
Aiden,
King,
you're
I guess.
you're on
but,
2 points now, Aiden. Very good, bro.
My goal
All
now
right.
is to get no points. That's what I've become at this point. I'm not good at this game.
Explains
Damn.
a lot. That's an L.
Explains a lot.
That's
For
a little
real,
rough
like-
coming from Burger King of all places.
Yeah, from Burger King, exactly.
Burger King is cracked.
Like, homie didn't even get Subway. He got fucking Burger King.
Oh, actually, it wasn't even Wendy's. Like, I feel like Wendy's would do that kind of tweet.
I feel
All right,
like
you guys ready?
Wendy's, Actually,
This-
no. You know what? Wendy's is kind of on the mark.
Wendy's is sassy, bro. Chick-fil-A and Wendy's is sassy on Twitter.
Why is my dog under my desk? Burr, you can't fit down there.
All right, I got
Who
another
says
one.
I can,
Ready?
bro?
We got another one. Here we go. This one is Kanye or not yay. Quote, Rihanna was nice, but girl, get yourself some new underwear.
That's Kanye.
No.
Damn.
My instinct says that's Kanye, but I feel like it. I don't.
I
It
feel
might
like
not.
that's Beyonce. Or some shit.
Or Eminem.
Nah, no
All
way.
right.
Really?
All right. Kanye or not yay. Ukiah?
I don't think so.
Sean?
I think it's a lady.
I'm gonna say this is yay.
Aiden?
No, I think there. I mean, no matter who it is, I don't think it was Kanye.
All right.
Or are we so
This
wrong?
is
It's Kanye.
Kanye.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
shit.
God.
This was a tweet from 2012
Oh, shit.
Oh my god.
at Kanye West. It is that's some crazy shit. Now, I'll be honest with you guys. I don't know if these are actual tweets or not, just because, you know,
Twitter.
Sus stuff, yeah.
it could be easily faked or whatever. But I'm just gonna assume that these are Kanye, just because that's what Google Images is telling me.
Oh yeah, very reliable source.
Yeah. So, but yeah, that's what I got so far. All right, we're moving on. So let me go find another tweet real quick. A lot of these are very obviously Kanye. so
Is
I'm
this
trying
your mom or your dad?
I'm trying to find some good ones. Kanye says some weird shit, man. He is a little crazy sometimes.
A little.
Wait, you're kidding? No
Have you
way.
gathered? A little?
Just a little.
He's a little cray cray. Yeah, he's a little cray cray.
Stands a bit low on that, huh, bud?
Our standards a bit low, huh, bud?
Penis a bit low.
Our standards are a little bit low, are they?
Bruh.
All
Oh
right.
my god.
Is this Kanye or not yay? Are you ready?
Okay.
Sure.
Shit.
Waiting for it.
Wait, I fucking lost it. God damn.
I was like, come on now.
Oh, here we go. Here we
You
go. Is this Kanye or not yay? Quote, who is the cokehead that keeps mentioning my name in press conferences?
Kanye.
I'm not sure, bro, because I feel like Kanye would appreciate the cokehead mentioning his name in press conferences.
But he's the same guy who told paparazzi, don't talk to me. I don't feel like he wants to be mentioned when he's not around.
That's
That's a
fair.
fair point.
It's Kanye.
Oh, he's pulling the
Alright,
trigger.
Ukiah thinks it's yay. Sean thinks it's yay. Aiden?
I'll be different. I'm gonna say it's not yay.
This is not Kanye. this,
Wow.
this is Jake Paul.
Oh my god.
That makes more sense.
This is
How
Jake
many
Paul.
of these have we done?
Right now, Aiden and Sean both have 3. Ukiah, you're falling a little behind.
I'm at 0. How many have we done?
All
And I
right,
have
so
0.
well, we're gonna do one more.
I held come up
And
with this game.
We're gonna do one more. We're gonna do one more, and this is between Aiden and Sean. You guys have to go
Aiden and Logan Paul.
at it. If you guys tie on this one, if you guys somehow agree, then I'm just gonna make us do another one. All right, you
Yeah, we're
ready?
just gonna keep doing this.
This
I
is
don't
what we're
matter
gonna be
anymore.
doing. The quote is this Kanye or not yay? Quote, 2024.
That's Kanye.
20. Yeah, because he was. Wait. No. It has to be because of the presidential debate and shit. He's trying to make a hint, right? Or some sort of
All right,
debate.
Okay, I have a
Ukiah, are
guess
you
as
gonna-
to who.
Are you gonna jump on the
No,
bandwagon?
it's Trump. I mean, it could be
I
Trump.
think Trump posted that.
It's either Trump or Kanye because they're both.
See, that's what I was thinking. I was thinking Trump posted it, 100%. Also, I'm grabbing
Are
a
you-
blanket, so.
probably
Are you guys
Kanye.
ready for this? Are you guys ready
Well,
for the
guessing
answer?
Kanye. Yeah.
This is Kanye.
Okay, yeah. So we both got a point.
Kanye.
Both got a point. We're tied again.
All right. Tied again.
All
Still
right.
tied on. Let me
So
get
new
a
topic.
little bit of harder one. Let me get a little bit harder
Or a
one.
different question. Okay.
Don't mind me.
All right, here we go. This is hopefully the last one. This is what it says. Is this Kanye or not yay? Quote, I'm happy that I now know that KK means we. Please excuse the confusion. Now back to #waves.
Oh, that's a hard one.
Chris Brown?
I don't think that's. I think that's not yay.
I'm gonna say it's Kanye, just to be different.
All right.
Oh, boy.
Drum roll, please. Drum roll, please. All right, here we go. This tweet is Kanye.
Ah!
27th of January 2016, he posted this.
2016.
I found another old 2016 when he wasn't banned for obvious reasons.
Why was he banned on Twitter? Can you say it out loud on the podcast?
So he says he loves Hitler or some shit like that.
Bro?
Verbatim, that's what he said.
Dude, wait, hold up. Let me just look it up. I'll put it on the screen, but I'm pretty sure that he says he loves aspect of
He loves what?
he loves
Loves ass?
aspects of Hitler or something like that.
Oh.
That's the dumbest thing in the world.
Why'd you post on Twitter?
I don't know. Or he said
Seems like a very stupid thing to post on
I
Twitter.
can't. Okay, I don't know. I don't know exactly, but I heard that it was like a tweet where he's like he puts a bunch of O's or he says there's like a message or something. He puts a bunch of O's in love, and it's something about Hitler or whatever.
I love Hitler.
Anyway, Sean, you have won our Kanye or not yay game with 4 points. Aiden, you're in second place with 3, and Ukiah, you have fallen
Don't
just
talk
a little
about it.
short.
There's 1 point.
With 0.
Oh.
0 points.
I gave you a
talk
little
about
bit of
it.
benefit of the doubt, but I guess not.
No, it's okay. I know my worth. It's fine.
I know. That's really funny though that
Of course, Sean.
were-
Of course, Sean won. I mean, he's the #1 Kanye fan after all.
Absolutely, dude. He loves Kanye.
He loves Kanye,
Guys,
especially now.
Dude. Stepbro.
All right, now our next game, Trump or Dump. Is this Trump's Twitter or...
Is it a Trump tweet or is it someone dumping their ex over?
Brother.
That's
I'm
for
gonna
next
work on that.
time.
We'll do that next time.
We'll work on that.
I will
Next
host that one
episode,
next time, so I can't fail.
We'll workshop it.
That's fucking hilarious. But anyway, so that's our first game. You guys, I think that was a good icebreaker for everything.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to Markiplier and his fat cock.
His what?
What is good?
He did
The real
what in his
question is,
scoop?
the real question is, should I bleep the swear words and bad words or no? That's the real question.
I think we should, just for the sake of being able to post more. But
You just want me to hurt.
You want to take a long time to
I can
edit.
edit. I can do the editing. That's fine.
No, I got you. I'll just for the first like 5 minutes, I'll bleep everything out.
And then we're just gonna, it's just like suddenly everyone's just be like, why is he saying the N-word? It's like,
Do you guys hear my dogs battling in the background?
I do not, but I definitely think the audience will, and they'll appreciate it.
yeah, they'll hear
My
like,
mic is getting it.
I forgot. I'm a Christmas creeper. Apparently, I did not.
oh Christmas
My dogs are
tree,
fighting.
oh Christmas tree,
Speaking of which, guys,
do you have
Minecraft.
a fat car?
we're a little ADHD. I think I mentioned this at the beginning. We're a little ADHD, and we kind of just constantly. We're playing a video game to keep our minds from.
Who doesn't have ADHD nowadays, though? Let's be real here. Have you guys seen TikTok?
No, I haven't.
Sean, who's your
Oh, that's
favorite
right, you don't have
TikTok
TikTok.
creator?
Who's your favorite TikTok star?
It's Jake Paul.
Are we supposed to know their names?
Does he have a TikTok? He
I
doesn't.
don't doubt that he does.
He probably
He's-
does.
He's such an attention whore. He's gotta have one.
Be careful how you're talking about him. He might try to box you, bro. Like,
He probably lose.
Yeah. If you think I'm dumb enough to square up against someone who's like what 6 foot even and like 70 pounds heavier than me, no.
70. Don't give him that much. He's not that muscular.
He's not
I
high.
didn't say muscular. He was looking a little chunky last time I saw a photo of him.
Sheesh. Now you're really gonna get
Canceled
boxed.
for body shaming.
I'm not even body shaming.
No, it's okay
I
because
said weight.
it's okay because it's Jake Paul.
Jesus.
Also, what's wrong with weighing like 250? What's wrong with that?
I mean, if you look like a bowling ball, I'm sure there's something wrong.
I
with
did
that,
not
but-
call that man a bowling ball. You took that.
Nah, you
Man.
definitely
say-
said that.
No,
Oh
I
my
did not.
I actually heard you say that like literally verbatim. You said this man looks like a fucking bowling ball. That's what she
See, now
said.
you guys are gonna get me canceled. That's how it's gonna work before I even start. Episode 1 and we're done. That's it. We're screwed.
We lost the woman. Viewer retention's gone down 80%.
That might be
I
our
blinked and I
attention.
no longer exist.
We just get watched by a bunch of Karens.
Oh my god, what are they talking about?
Wait till they hear their segment. They're gonna fucking hate it.
Speaking of nice, smooth transition, there's a lot of Karen stories out there nowadays. You used to see it on TikTok like all the time.
Yeah.
What are some Karen stories that you guys have? I've never heard anybody's stories other than obviously Yukaya's. She's told me quite a few from her job.
Dude, I work in a hospital. I have an endless amount of Karens, including like not just patients, but like the nurses and doctors
And corpses
are
as
just
well.
Assholes. A couple,
Couple of corpses
Some
in
of
there.
them can be quite demanding, especially for the ghost stories on like the ICU. We live in one room. Everyone's like, "Oh, there's a ghost in there. It's a ghost in there," and like, really, you only hear about it if you're new or if you're like a newer resident and stuff. I just happen to hear about it them telling a resident. But apparently, she's a bastard. And no one
ghost
likes
is
to
a
go in that
bastard?
room. Yeah,
The ghost is a Karen.
apparently so. We have a ghost
The
Karen.
Ghost Karen. Oh my gosh.
Being a Karen doesn't stop when you die, homie.
I mean,
the
that's
grind keeps
fair.
going.
That's a good question. Have you guys ever experienced like any real paranormal like things to make you like feel as if like ghosts are real?
I mean, back
I'll be
on
honest,
that one episode, those 2 episodes of Ghoul whatever it's called.
So-
That was a lot of
Speculation.
activity there, guys.
Bro, I have sensory problems. I always feel like there's a ghost next to me.
I mean, I'm very skeptical about all that shit. So like, even in that fuck me.
Spectre speculation.
Ghost is specter speculation. Yeah, whatever
we called it.
The house we stayed at for that night was like, I honestly felt like nothing. Like,
there was that one bit though where we asked the. I mean, we won't spoil it. You have to go watch the episode.
No, fuck it, spoil it, bro. Who cares?
Okay, so when we had that little bit of activity by the tree, and we asked if you're here, can you do can you move the EMF?
Yeah. Oh yeah, the EMF. Yeah.
And it actually moved. I was like, oh. Like that was one of the moments, but I mean,
It definitely in that video. My reaction is like, it moved. Guys. What the fuck?
You shook.
Yeah.
I was very it was like a surprise. I was like, what? And but that was about it. And then obviously my mind just says, man, there's power lines by us. It's probably some coincidence. Like a radio signal passed by for like a second, just at the right time. Like it. I don't think it was anything ghostly because then Sean tried to follow up question and
it didn't. It also didn't respond. So
it didn't respond. So I don't.
We also did sit using that fucking pendulum for how long?
A lot of that got cut out. I cut a lot of that out.
45-minute long pendulum sesh, I think.
No, it was way longer. It was like an hour or more. But most of it,
really?
it was. We went till like 3 a.m.
Yeah, I wanted to go till 3 though, because that's supposedly the witching hour.
Yeah, but I mean, honestly, we didn't. We ended up cutting a lot of that out because nothing happened.
No, nothing happened. Nothing. It's hard when you have like, the camera set from one angle.
Yeah, because all the cameras are kind of gone anyways because of we had limited battery, so they kind of just died.
Yeah, I think the most interesting thing that happened.
Fucking.
You didn't like.
Glizzy gobbled our fucking battery power. That's what happened, right?
Yeah, it just suddenly sucked away.
They didn't want reporting.
Off you, Kyle. What were you saying?
It's okay. I was just saying that the part that stuck out to me the most was probably it was Sean and I filming that scene downstairs while you guys were upstairs, and we just like it was the loudest shit. It was so fucking loud. I don't know how you guys did not hear it upstairs. That's what baffled me because you guys were like close to the edge of the staircase. You were not far, but neither of you heard like that loud like bang. I don't know if it was like a bang or it was like a scraping sound.
It like suctioned the air. Like
it was so weird too because like we checked the camera footage and there wasn't any. There was barely even a noise. So it's super weird that you heard it, but
I had to enhance the audio in it to even hear a little bit of a crack. And if you're not listening on headphones or with a good sound system,
you wouldn't notice it.
You don't even hear it. And like things are in person, like it physically, like when someone yells in your ear and you have like that warm ringing feeling in your ear. We both had that from the same direction. So it's opposite ears, but the same direction. We had that in our ears. It was very weird.
What do you think, Sean? Obviously, like, you were the one holding the camera, so
yeah. I mean, in the video there, you visibly saw, my reaction to that. Like, if you guys did end up watching that episode, I have the camera and then I fucking, like, you could physically see like how shooken up I get by it. I start fucking spazzing out. The camera goes everywhere. Sorry, I cursed there, didn't I? But same as you, Kaya. Like
you're like those guys in high school filming a fight. You just don't get to fight in frame at all.
No, that was literally exactly what happened. Like I just went out of control because it was so abrupt and scary, and then we both just sat there like, I don't know, and it just felt like the air like changed around us for the instant. We had like residuals for a while. It's like exactly what Caillou said. It's like when you get fucking yelled at, and your ears all warm and fuzzy.
You get that warm and fuzzy feeling after you get screamed at by someone.
Yeah, and it was such a loud, just like crack of energy or something, and it's like you guys didn't even hear it.
That's called being horny, Aiden.
And, like,
fuck.
There's a conversation afterwards. Everyone was like, "Oh, well, maybe it was the Xbox, maybe it was like this," because like there's that whole entertainment center has like a bunch of gaming consoles, and it had a sound system like our surround sound.
And that surround sound, I know from our surround sound that we have here. It's like when you press the turn off button, it makes like a clicking noise. It makes like a click.
But it's a click, not like a slam.
No, this was different.
This was like loud, and the thing is that the power was off, and it had been off for what 3.5 hours at this point.
Probably more.
Yeah.
Like it had been off for a long fucking time. So there was no reason for it for that to happen from electronics.
It doesn't
We
store
still don't know
power.
what it was from.
You know, it just takes a while to discharge.
If you guys think you know where it came from, be sure to leave it in the comments below. And make sure to watch that episode so you can determine what you think for yourself. Please,
Dude,
we need views. Actually,
this guy's a great promoter, man.
honestly, that video did really well, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially
no, it
relative
did
to
great.
where you're
Honestly, it's really worth watching. Like, I know people are gonna be like, oh my god, they're just saying it's their channel. No, it's honestly, it's very interesting because it's very plain. Like, it's
It
not
is very
plain in a boring
chill.
way,
The
but
only,
it's very
the only thing that was a
open.
little freaky at the beginning is like, the vulture. I think it was a vulture.
Oh yeah, like
Because
the animal.
I swear that looked like a vulture that flew away.
Yeah, it
But
was.
there was like the animal hiss
It
when
hissed at
Sean
me.
was in the house by himself. And Sean heard some weird shit in the house, and I tried to emphasize it in the video. Like when you hear that weird scratching noise from upstairs.
Yeah. Also, the actual ghost orb that we saw, that was pretty cool.
Oh yeah, downstairs.
Whether that I was so excited for that because, you know, I'm like, it takes a lot to make me believe in anything, but that thing moves so slow. It's like, that had to be something. Whether it was a ghost or not, I don't know. Or just like some energy field that the IR camera picked up. Doesn't matter. I just thought that was so cool because I always saw that in the fucking like TV shows like Ghost Adventures. And,
Yeah.
And then like
All that
and then in
BS.
games and such, you see it a lot.
And in games, yeah, and like Phasmophobia, you see the ghost orbs and stuff. But then when you see one in real life, it's like, oh shit, that's so cool. And it probably was honestly just a piece of dust fucking flying across the screen.
Yeah,
So
but,
you saw other dust particles going like super fast.
Yeah.
Like you could see them on the camera, and that's what made it
And it
weird.
did.
Is that it was such a large piece going a steady pace that wasn't like just the
Yeah.
speed of fucking light compared
And
to the rest.
it didn't look like a bug either because it wasn't like flying erratically.
yeah.
Yeah, no, it was like it wasn't choppy because you know when moths fly, they fly like they're fucking broken, where like it's like up down
Yeah.
up down the whole time. It wasn't a moth, and of course it was too cold at the time for it to be a butterfly or anything like that or a mosquito. It was weird. Like it wasn't like a fluffy bug of any kind that we knew of at least.
No, definitely not.
What I
Now,
thought was weird was the camera just shut down super quickly at one point.
Yeah, I probably just pressed the power button on accident. I'm gonna be real. I don't believe that the camera just turned off randomly, because that was after the EMF, wasn't it? It was like
Yeah.
yeah. So I probably just pressed it, not realizing it, because I was trying to zoom in and shit on things. So
Gotcha. Well, that'd be a good explanation at least.
But definitely in the moment, like that was pretty plausible because like you're like, oh, it's super weird,
Yeah.
huh? And then you're like, oops, I accidentally turned off my camera footage. Reminds me of like all UFO stuff that comes up nowadays. It's like, oh, I accidentally turned off my camera.
I subconsciously had to be like, oh my god, something happened when the camera turned off, so I turned it off on purpose. Dude, I remember there was one piece of footage that wasn't aired, but Sean was like in the room upstairs,
Yeah.
and we call him on the radio, and the fucking jump he gets from the radio is so
oh my god, no, it was horrible. It really scared the shit out of me. It was so abrupt and sudden and loud, you know, because you're up there with the power off, and it's like
dead silent.
you know, yeah, it's dead silent. You're sitting there like talking to yourself. I don't know how people do it for hours though. Like we definitely were in there for hours, but alone when people sit there for like a long time, I don't know how they do it.
Yeah, hopefully we can get a better location. You know, is that what you invited me over
Honestly,
for?
I'm doing some research. I'm doing some research right now to try and hit one up during the summer.
Yeah.
There's a few places local, and there's also one not too far out of the state from us that I think really would be worthwhile, but you'll just have to wait for that video and see where we go.
Yeah, exactly. And make sure to subscribe while you're at it because, you know, you really don't want to miss those new Spectre Speculation videos.
Hit that bell
They're
so
probably
you
the
get
best
notifications.
content, most high quality content we have on
There
the
we
channel
go.
right now.
There you go.
Okay, make sure you hit that bell and hit the sub button, okay, boys? That way you
Yeah.
can hear us every time we go live.
And, you know, feel free to go back and watch our old video and let us know if you want to see more like that. You know, like it, subscribe, leave comments, all the good stuff to let us know that that's
I'm
more
cutting
what you
this
wanna
shit
see.
out, bro. It sounds like
Don't, bro. Leave
Feel
it
free to
in.
hit F3 on your monitor. as many times as you can.
I need the views.
So I have a bit of an offset question for you guys. It kind of goes beyond what we've been talking about. I don't know if you care.
That's fine.
yeah, go for it.
Yeah, so-
Go for it.
what, generally speaking...
So it looks like we're out of time. No.
Are we out of time? Fuck.
No, we're not.
Oh, shit, okay. Oh, you're getting pranked to me. So, like, what, generally speaking, everyone, I guess, has their own opinion, right? But what do you feel about celebrities getting exposed for doing things that they either say they don't, or just people find out and they freak the fuck out and act like they're bad or something? Like, for example, the Liver King recently was exposed for having, like, fake abs, taking steroids, XYZ, and he only really made an apology or recognized it, or he actually lied the whole time saying he didn't do
I
it.
was rich before I was rich.
That's what I'm saying, you know?
I watched that video.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, I fucked up.
But, you know...
I fucked up so hard.
You know,
I was rich before I was rich and anonymous, and now I'm rich and famous.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Do you feel that, like, since they sort of hold a mantle of responsibility, since, you know, they're famous and all, they deserve to be, like, punished for this, or, you know, yelled at, basically? Or do you think that, again, because they're so big and so many people see them, they sort of deserve, like, leniency with what they do?
See, the issue with that is that
scrutinize them in the public eye like that, you know.
Yeah. Let's go in order. Let's go in order. Aiden, go first since I heard your voice first.
So it's a little bit weird because they are a public figure, and obviously being a public figure is a very powerful position because you have a lot of influence over what other people do. Although it doesn't really, people like deny that a lot, but really, like, you have what you do does shape a lot of what other people do, is because of, you know, just how media and like just the modern society it works. Is that honestly, if you have a lot of influence and you have a big voice, like a loud voice, you're gonna influence a lot of people. And I think that if you're going to do something like that, like be a fraud or whatever, it's just a really hard situation to really give a punishment for, because you have to consider, like, when you are, like, they're also people. Like, they are human beings who have private lives, and it's hard to say whether or not that is their influence on us more important than their own private lives in general. I would say probably not. But then again, it depends on what they're doing. Because, like, if they're scamming you and getting money out of it, like profiting off of people's misunderstanding and, you know, profiting off of their influence in malicious ways, then it's hard to really describe a punishment for that. You know what I mean?
I see that. Kai, you go ahead.
I mean, that being said, if you look at it in, like, legal terms necessarily, like, the U.S. has a thing of, like, false advertisement. And he's saying, like, you have to buy these supplements, you have to buy this kind of food, you have to only like this, and pushing a, like, lifestyle that can be, A, potentially harmful, and B, be really expensive, then that only he profits off of, that's technically, from my understanding, under the guise of false advertisement. But not only that, on the flip side of that, you've got people who are participating, typically, not all the time, but typically, are adults. And that's kind of like their own bad for not looking into the fundamentals of it. Because there is so much research and so much, like, scientific basis type things that are available just at your fingertip. If you talk to your doctor, if you go to a library, look online, like, go to governmental based websites, like, you have resources to use. And if you just take, this dude's jacked, so he must know what he's doing, at, like, face value, then that's kind of your own fucking fault, you know? So it's a matter of being like, okay, if it made people sick, or he basically did the equivalent of stealing a bunch of money, then, be held accountable, but those people have to pursue it themselves. Or you have B, which is just don't be a dumbass and actually research what you're doing to your body before you do it.
That's fair. Yeah.
Like, that's kind of like my take on that, honestly, because it's should be self-explanatory and should be understandable for majority of people. But if you're looking, like, it's fad diets and, like, diet culture has been a thing since, like, the 70s. And then it just continued to get worse and worse and worse. And even before then, but it just got bigger because of social media and TV and things like that. Like, I'm sure everyone who's been on, like, TikTok and on Instagram has seen the almond a day type mom and, like, those kind of skits where it teaches certain eating habits. Yeah, exactly. And, like, if your whole goal, you're taught your entire life is be skinny, be fit, be this, be that. Like, you're going to do whatever you can to get there. But you should also have learned from those issues to figure it out yourself first. Like, learn what your body is like and what you need, compared to someone just saying, buy this supplement for $99.99 and you may get 2 pounds lighter in a week. Like, you know?
Yeah, I mean...
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying, yeah.
You kind of have to go with the old mantra, if it's too good to be true, it probably isn't. And in most cases, especially with... I mean, obviously we're talking about in context of the Liver King. It's not. It's not true.
No. It's blatantly not.
So,
and, like, you can see, like...
Yeah. Well, there
steroid
actually
use-
is evidence for the things that he says, but it's very minute in quantity.
Well, there's
It
evidence,
hasn't
but
been-
it's not him. He is not the evidence.
And it's not been expanded very much in terms of like how much research has actually been done on it. When it comes to, like, for instance, the whole idea that he pushes with the Liver King, as the Liver King, liver is king because it, helps the idea of eating an organ. You get that base nutrition that you need for your organ, so therefore your whole body works better and all that kind of goofy shit. But when it comes down to it, it's been scientifically and, in a lot of ways physically proven that diet, just general good nutrition and exercise, a well-balanced diet and exercise keeps people healthy. And the idea of that eating organs instead of regular food, especially raw organs, like one of the things I remember, he was on a podcast and he brought like a plate of liver, bone marrow, and fucking bull testicles. And the idea is if you eat a bull testicle, your testosterone's going to fly through the roof. And maybe it does increase because you're getting that influx
But
of
do you really want to...
But do you really need a bull testicle to get that influx? Why don't you just take tests like everybody else? Like, you do not need...
Take tests, not testicles.
That's a supplement. You can literally take testosterone supplements or, like, without dealing with the stupid, shitty flavor of a bull testicle. Like, it doesn't make any sense.
Wait, how do you know it's shitty flavor?
I guarantee it's garbage. I could tell just by the way that the fucking...
Oh, yeah. You're just guessing, huh?
I'm just guessing, bro. I'm actually a Liver King subscriber, but...
I've seen people eat, like, because, like, on the... What is it called? The... what's the English dude who has a talk show at night?
Which one?
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah. He's a whole different...
He himself has... Well, we can discuss that later if we feel like it. But he has this, like, game they play, which is, like you spill the truth or you eat whatever, like, rancid thing is on the table.
Oh, I know you're talking about.
Spill your guts or fill your guts. That's what it is, right?
Yeah, and the thing is that, like, a lot of those things also, for one, that's problematic because it's from other cultures. Some it's, like, other cultures' food, but I digress on that.
The British always like stealing that.
Yeah.
They have a history.
It's expertise.
Yeah.
Their country's dish is from India.
Dude, this is like my favorite fucking post I ever saw was they, like, plundered other countries for spices and then decided they didn't like any of them.
Yeah.
That's my favorite post of all time.
To be fair, America is not much different. Let's
it's certainly better because there's a lot. There's a ton of other cultures.
Beans on toast.
Yeah.
That's true.
There's also a ton of other cultures in America that provide, that diversity of flavor.
Like, the United States is
Dating
a melting
scene is
pot.
crazy,
Same thing
bro.
as, like, Canada is a fucking melting pot, and you have all these cultures. And, like, first of all, the food, if you go to the right place, bomb as hell. No one can fucking argue with me on that. They're like, oh, well, your food's not as good in quality. I don't care. I'm not hungry, and it doesn't taste like shit. We're doing good. We're doing great.
It's fair.
That's what matters.
That is one thing. I feel like the idea that food needs to be, like, the best fucking thing ever is so dumb. Man, I can go to Wendy's and be like, this shit is busted.
For real.
And then, but also I can have a really well-cooked filet mignon and be like, oh my God, this is a very good dish. But in my personal experience, when it comes to, like, food like that, if I can eat it, one, because I have fucking allergies that prevent me from eating shit in general. But if I can eat it and it tastes semi-good, I'm not going to compare that shit to a fucking filet. I'm not going to compare a Wendy's burger to a filet mignon and be like, yeah, is the filet mignon better? But, like, it doesn't matter. The Wendy's still tastes good to me.
Yeah.
I feel like food critics are around just to be kind of
Snobby.
prissy almost.
Yeah, prissy.
Snobby.
I'm actually
Oh,
curious.
these social media foodies, they're almost as
Oh.
annoying.
Actually,
Yeah, but like I can understand and appreciate it, but I personally do not feel like I can indulge in that culture just because it doesn't feel right to me, because it feels like you're comparing apples to oranges a lot of the time.
yeah.
It doesn't feel genuine either. Most
Like
of
a
the
burger,
time.
like if even a good burger, like if you compare, for instance, a couple restaurants I like are obviously Wendy's,
Red Robin.
and Red Robin. Exactly, that's a good example. They both serve burgers. They both are good for different reasons. So, and there's a lot of factors that go into it, like, you know, price, flavor, quantity, things like that. For me, I don't just look purely at the taste. If I look purely at the taste, honestly, some Red Robin burgers are shit.
Yeah.
Other of them is great. But, you know, I don't know. Anyway, but yeah, moving back to the original conversation, yeah, I think that what Sean's original question was, should they have some kind of form of responsibility taken? I think in the case that it specifically legally affects someone, for instance, if you're selling supplements under the false pretenses that it's going to get you any kind
Absolutely ripped.
yeah, something like some kind of up on other people, then I believe that is not legally, or I guess morally sound. But legally, a lot of supplements do that already, so nothing he did was any different than what most supplement companies already do.
Yeah,
And on
he.
top of
no,
it, so I
exactly.
don't think legally he has any responsibility. And
I mean, that's where that disclosure comes, where it's like results may vary. They have that disclosure
Yeah.
for a reason. It's because they can't
exactly.
guarantee this is going to happen. So that saves their ass in a lot of situations.
exactly,
And this
like
just happens to be one of those.
and the reason they have that is because, like, if someone takes those supplements and does fuck all, they're not going to get any results.
Exactly.
They're not, if they don't work out, they're not going to get just jacked out of nowhere.
Not to mention, those things, like, they get to a certain point because they follow a certain regimen, and, like, they keep, like, tabs on everything they do. And 9 times out of 10, somebody who starts those kinds of regimens do not stick to them the way they're supposed to be, like, stuck to.
I'm actually curious,
Yeah,
since you're the one who brought up the conversation. Sean, what is your viewpoint on this, like, in general celebrity Liver King situation,
Dude,
etc.?
yeah, no, I'm kind of like, I'm more so against it, but I'm kind of split down the middle, right? Because he essentially built his business around, let's say, eat these food and buy these supplements and you can look like me, you know, pretty much setting these unrealistic expectations to some degree based on the videos and stuff. He pretty much built a brand and made money off of misleading people who thought they could look like him. But also on the other end, like Yukaya said, it's their choice at the end of the day, whether they take it or not. You know, like it's, I don't want to sound like a dick saying this, but I feel like it's not too hard to see that someone like him can clearly not be natural. But I guess, you know, to the eye, you know, it's like
I agree 100%.
his abs, like, he
there's
literally
no
bends in awkward motions and they stay like stock still in any video, you know? So
Yeah.
I also think that, yeah.
For instance, the one thing I will say, I have watched recently, there was an investigation about his abs, and he posted this video. I do believe his abs are real, but the steroids definitely give him that, like,
The look to
because
it,
you have
know?
to think whenever he's on video, they definitely edit the video to make him look as good as possible. But if you were to go in person, I'm sure, like, for instance, if his abs were inserts, when he bends to the side, they would look the exact same. But it clearly in the one video that I will give him props that he bends to the side and they actually adjust like a normal abdomen would. And I don't think the abs are fake. Now that does not take away in any means whatsoever the fact that he took fucking steroids. And
I mean,
granted,
like,
even when you take steroids, you need to put in the work to fucking look like that. But still,
I mean,
like,
one of the
you
biggest
can't-
tells you can have with somebody taking steroids is, like, the shoulders and the neck. That
Yes.
bulge you can get naturally. However, to get it to that extent
You
without
look like a
any
fucking
assistance is, like, minimal to none.
I would say the best examples of someone who is on steroids, I know Sean would probably agree with this because he watches these creators, but I would say someone who's not on steroids, that's very obviously not on steroids, but is also still large, would be someone like Will Tennyson. If you look at him, his traps and his shoulders are not capped to the extreme that you see in, like, these bodybuilding competitions. But he still has the size value that you would see in maybe a body competition. And he's also not super shredded either.
That's
But
true.
then you look at someone like the Liver King. If you look at his shoulders, he looks like he has these fucking football pads on.
Yeah.
And and his traps are as big as his fucking head. Like, each one's he has like 2 little fucking heads next to his main one. It's like that's why he's part of the Illuminati. He's got the triangle, but that kind of stuff is such a dead giveaway. I mean, for instance, you look at Larry Wheels and you look at that motherfucker and you're like, holy shit, you're on steroids. I mean, even when you are on steroids, even if you are off them, you still have a natural advantage in comparison to someone who's never taken steroids. You can take steroids for maybe a year, get off a gear, and then do a natural cycle of your doing your eating, doing your bulk, and your cutting phase. You're still going to look better than 90% of the people that do that naturally without ever taking any steroids because they give you that natural boost. So, for instance, someone like The Rock is a great example. He says he doesn't take steroids anymore. Whether we believe him or not is up to the individual. But he admitted to taking steroids when he was 18. So he's definitely built a reputation around being this big guy, and he definitely has that advantage because he did take steroids at that one point. And I know people are going to probably disagree with me that, just because you take steroids once doesn't mean you're going to have this big agenda. But if you look at scientifically, there are studies where people who take steroids, for instance, and don't work out will gain more muscle in a month than people who don't take steroids and work out.
Wow.
That there's literal studies done. And now I don't think it's like to a severe degree, and I'm sure if you guys are interested in this, I'll recommend More Plates, More Dates. He's a really good source about scientifically breaking that shit down. But those kind of like minor advantages definitely give you an up. And I'm sure the Liver King may have not been on steroids for a certain amount of time, and then hopped on them probably once he started getting popular. Or he was on steroids the whole time, and then when someone asked him, he just got fucking freaked out, and he was like, "Oh, this is gonna hurt my brain," so he lied.
No, I don't take steroids. I don't do that.
Yeah, and I think he's a genuinely good guy all around, but I do believe he did mislead people, and obviously that's ethically and morally incorrect, in my opinion. But to each their own.
My biggest thing about this whole thing is like the Liver King issue is how embarrassed can you imagine you'd be your entire time. You've had this brand you've built up to a fucking T. You've made like probably millions of dollars at this point, I'm sure.
Oh, absolutely,
you've
definitely
preached that you've done all this lifestyle, and if he actually did do lifestyle he claims to have done, you did it for nothing. You ate shit food and had a terrible regimen and tore your body apart to be exposed. You took fucking supplements, you took steroids. How much of a slap to the face do you think that is?
I think it's a big slap to the face, honestly, and it's a deserved slap to the face, to be honest. I do believe he deserves the embarrassment for misleading people. But do I wish him to have his businesses and everything taken away from him? Not necessarily. But no. I do think naturally he deserves at least some form of punishment for misleading, and that punishment being the natural embarrassment that comes with having to admit you're wrong.
Yeah, as long as he owns up to it and properly handles it. He obviously has a mind for business. You don't get as far as he did, without having some sentiment for business, right? As long as you handle a business issue and saying, hey, this is where my brand fucked up, this is where my promises, and basically in this situation it's almost like a contract by saying this is what I offer you if you buy my materials. It's essentially a contract trade in some instance. If you say, hey, this contract does not set up the way it was supposed to be, this is the faults that were in it, this is what went wrong, this is how it should be approached and handled properly, then he'll be fine. It's just got to be handled very delicately to not cause any further problems. And anything else that's a lie or anything else that's been covered up needs to be brought to light immediately, or else that's going to be a bigger issue down the line. Because just hiding more is going to make it worse.
Which I think is what he was trying to do with showing that his abs are real. They are fucking ridiculous, probably because... but they are... He wanted to prove that they actually are real, at least. Which, fair play to him.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Yeah.
I guess keep your assets still to your advantage.
But yeah, so anyway, would you guys eat a bull testicle to boost your testosterone? That's what I'm trying to know.
No. Oh, well, maybe I'll try it once. Just
Fuck it.
YOLO. I definitely would try a bull testicle once.
I can't imagine it's any worse than cow tongue.
Nah, there's no
cow tongue.
way.
Well, cow tongue is weird, man. It's got them weird gritty.
Oh
like you
my
can
God.
feel the taste.
Got the
I've
what?
tried cow
Oh.
tongue. I've tried cow tongue. It's terrible.
Did you kiss a cow?
I would.
Bro, have you ever had a cow lick you? Like, have you ever had a cow like lick your arm or anything?
Oh yeah.
No.
My arm?
Okay.
No.
Fucking boo.
Yes, I've worked in a farm. Okay, that's not why I'm saying this. But if you ever had a cow lick you, their tongue is worse like sandpaper than a cat's.
Yeah, it's really-
fucking terrible. Cause like they chew cud and everything, and they've got to get like the fibers of the grass like ground up really well and everything. Like, I don't know everything to a T as to why they have that. But
Oh,
it
yeah, I'm
sucks,
sure you don't.
right? And so when you
Yippee-ki-yay!
I'll just like leave the
No,
podcast right now.
wait.
But no, the texture is like semi gone depending on how it's prepared, but it's still there, and you still have in your head like this is a thing. It's it's as chewy as you think it is. It is
Yeah,
as
I'm
chewy
sure.
as you assume it is, and it's
Ugh.
awful. The one I had was not very seasoned. And it was not cooked well, in my opinion, which, they could have cooked it perfectly and I still wouldn't fucking know the difference. It was not good, but I cannot imagine it's any worse than that. I cannot imagine a testicle is any worse than that. It's got to be better, some way. I
Honestly,
imagine it's probably
a testicle,
spongier.
like,
So
if you
that's
just
yes.
think about it, it's just a spongy meatball. Like, if you put that shit in some
Shut the fuck
pasta,
up.
you know, like, I'm sure I wouldn't even fucking notice. Be like, oh, the
Yummy.
meatballs were cooked a little too long, you know?
But they're
Yeah,
gonna
the balls
taste like
cooked a little
balls.
too long. I bet they're
Yeah,
probably
I
really
think it'd be
dense.
Yeah, that's a
Like-
tightly compact meatball, you know?
Oh my god, ew.
Quite literally is a meatball.
What's the worst thing y'all have eaten?
The
weirdest and or
booger
worst.
bean boozled. No. I actually did have
Those were so bad.
No, someone brought bean boozled to school, and not recently. This is like 5 years ago, or more, a little bit less maybe. But they brought bean boozled to school. I was like, "You want to have them?" I'm like, "Yeah, I've seen this on YouTube." And I don't remember the two flavors that it was. I don't know what booger. I think it's lime or booger or something. No, it's not lime, but it's something.
Apple?
No, I don't remember. Either way, I bit it, and it didn't even taste like necessarily bad. I don't even know how. I barely tasted anything. I just immediately had a gag reflex. Like it was. I don't even know if it was the flavor or not. It might have been. It might not have been. But somehow these Bean Boozled geniuses made me have an immediately gag as soon as I put it in my mouth. Yeah, I gag when I put things in my mouth.
Oh.
Like my girl.
He's a minor, guys. He's a minor. You gotta keep it in mind.
Yeah, don't make any sussy comments in the comments. But
I mean,
it was awful. Although, like that might be the worst flavor wise, but texture wise,
tomatoes. No, I'm just kidding.
I honestly,
Some people hate tomatoes.
it might have been the escargot.
Escargot.
you've
Ooh,
had
yeah, the
escargot?
fish eggs.
No,
That's caviar.
That's caviar.
Escargot is snail.
We went to a nice
Oh, no,
restaurant
that's
before
right. No,
as a
that's
family, Brendan, and
I just proved that I don't know anything about food. Like I said earlier.
You guys are family?
I know. Me and Brendan, the family.
You're not adopted? No.
No, we went to a restaurant. We went on a trip one year, and we went to a restaurant, and Grandma and Grandpa, they bought escargot for the table because we were curious. Which is, by the way, if you don't know, that is snails. And
I don't remember.
the
this.
flavor
I
was
probably
really
didn't
nice.
eat
Like, it had a really good flavor. It was like garlic, very tasty. Garlic and olive oil. It was pretty, like, it was nice. But the texture,
texture
it was
was
like
ass.
wet and slimy, and I could not. I gagged. Like this flavor was good, but the texture, the wet and slimy texture, I couldn't do it.
For those who haven't had escargot, it's very similar in my opinion to like clams or oysters.
Oysters, yeah.
It's very similar to oysters in texture, from my understanding, depending on how it's cooked.
Okay, I gotta think for a second about I don't eat a lot of shit because of my allergies.
Yeah.
So, Sean, you're up next, brother.
Oh my god. I mean, you mentioned it already, but I'm gonna have to go back to the beef tongue, right? But a very specific one. So I went to Miami, Florida one time, and I went to this, this Colombian restaurant called Versailles in Little Havana in Miami. And I ordered the beef tongue because I didn't know what it was, and I expected it to be just, obviously, maybe
A delicacy.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Something like kind of I don't know. You hear beef tongue, you definitely don't think this, but I thought it would be something more user friendly. But basically they served the beef tongue with all the bump still on it, like Brennan mentioned, you know, except it was hanging out of the skull that it actually came out of. It was served in the skull. Yep, and there was still little pieces of cartilage like on the skull and shit. And the tongue was presented in the open skull, and it was just laying there, like kind of partially chopped up, but still like barely hanging together. With fucking bumps on it, looking like sea
you went to a
slugs, bro.
fucking cult restaurant.
Dude, no, it's like, this is actually one of like the top fucking restaurants in Miami, and this is how they serve their fucking beef tongue.
See, if you're prepared for that mentally, it's fine. But if you're not ready,
oh yeah, no,
it's
it's a surprise.
like
And they bring a freaking corpse out,
Jones,
like,
bro. Like,
Yeah, no.
did it moo at you?
I imagined it many times, bro. It was talking.
And you're like, it's like, eat my tongue, daddy.
It was telling me like, shoot your balls off now, because this is gonna suck.
Oh my god.
Dude,
yeah, I think
sounds,
if you're not prepared for
that,
then I would definitely
fucking
scream.
awful. Oh,
Then I was tonguing a cow at the fucking table.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh my god.
I survived
Don't
one or
talk
two
about your
bites.
girlfriend like that, bro.
Okay.
Oh,
You're doing what to the cow?
Son, I need you to tongue this cow right now.
Son,
If I think about maybe the grossest thing I've eaten, maybe not the worst experience I've had, because honestly, when it comes to certain things, I don't like a lot of things.
you don't care though.
But I don't care, and it doesn't like cause me to gag. The only thing that really causes me to gag is some, like, if I were to, like, for instance, if I'm at like a place with like really bad smelling trash or something, that makes me gag. If I have something that tastes like a terrible smell, I'll probably gag. But the worst texture-wise would probably be when I ate, I can't remember. I did this at, I think it was elementary school or middle school or something.
Oh, boy.
There was like a spider or something, and they were like, you can eat the spider. And it was like a salted spider. I don't remember exactly whether it was like salted, but I ate the spider. Like, and it the way it juiced in my mouth.
Oh.
Oh.
No.
Like,
oh no.
The legs were like crunchy, and then like,
juice in your mouth?
That's the turn you chose.
it was quite moist.
Wait.
You know.
Oh my god.
But it was literally like the legs were crunchy, but the thick body, it felt like, you know, when a grape pops in your mouth.
thick
no.
body?
Oh no.
Oh boy. Oh no, I didn't have to describe it like
no.
that.
It was like, it was made the like in my mouth, and it just was like, it tasted like pudding, or not pudding. It tasted like the texture of pudding. But I knew it was ass, and it was like kind of like almost like, I don't know how to describe it. Like, just, I can't even remember the flavor really, but it was just like, it was an unpleasant flavor, but just it was just gross. It was just gross.
It was just gross.
It was just gross.
Just
I didn't
gross?
gag because like it wasn't like in flavor wise too terrible. The texture was just really bad.
I don't know how you didn't
The
throw
spider
up
tasted
when it
fine,
popped
but
in
you
your
know, the
mouth, bro.
texture, I couldn't handle it.
Yeah, no, the spider didn't taste good by any means. They said that shit was salted. It tasted not very salted.
Now the spider wasn't that bad, but when I saw the other shit,
When I saw the others, when it creamed like a grape in my mouth, that's when I was.
when it
That's when
popped
you had a
up,
problem.
when it popped in my mouth like a grape. Now I had some issues.
Then I had some what
Oh,
the fuck's
God.
going on issues over here. Let me tell you what. Oh my goodness.
Let me tell you something.
Let me tell you
Anyway,
something.
But yeah, dude, I can't believe you had a cow tongue served to you like.
In a
Yeah, it was supposed to be like badass. It was covered in like green fucking vomit looking saucy fluid. And I was like, hell no. It's literally.
It's an alien cow, bro.
How much did it
That's
cost?
that's probably one of their like best, like most
Yeah.
like, what couture like
I
style
just
meals.
disrespected it so bad. I'm sorry. But
Yeah.
it is.
No, you're not. You're not sorry.
Yeah, I'm not sorry. Fuck him. But it is
Call
not.
him
They
out.
should have. They should have.
Call him on Twitter.
No, I can't really say they should have warned you. It's kind of your own fault.
No, definitely. Fucking. I mean, it said beef.
Bro,
I don't
they
know. I
literally said,
expected.
fuck
to be
it, bring him the
user-friendly.
cow.
They literally said bring him the
Cow
whole cow.
tongue,
not
eat it
just
out of the head,
tongue.
bitch.
With like little cartilage pieces still attached and all fucking stringy and weird.
Ugh.
It's like, bro, clean the fucking skull before you.
Before you
At
serve
least
it
pull
to
it
me.
out of
I
the
don't know,
head.
man.
Like,
Something
come
about
on.
it. I know it's like safe to eat and all that shit, but it's just like something about little fucking giblets, whatever you want to call them, fucking just chilling there as you're eating this
Cow
tongue
giblets.
that's slurping like octopus fucking.
You're like, I swear,
against it,
it just blinked at me, bro. What the
It
fuck?
fucking winked at me. I saw Bessie's eye. Come on, bro.
Oh,
Oh my god.
oh, I don't think I've had anything that avant-garde.
That's a way to describe it.
Yeah, that's being polite about it. Yeah. I think for a lot of people, it depends on where you're from. I've had, a lot of random shit. I've had frog legs. I've had gator tail, squirrel.
Yeah, all the normal stuff.
The normal stuff. Is that not normal stuff? Am I wrong?
No, it's fine. We Floridians. That's the
Yeah, Floridians. Which I have a story about that too later, but not being Floridian, but the fact of the food I've eaten. Anyway, I think the most random thing I've eaten was like these dry, like roasted crickets. I've had roasted crickets before. Yeah, you can get like little packs depending on where you go. And they're like almost like potato chips. They're like bagged like chips or like sunflower seeds, and they're seasoned. And mine were like ranch or garlic flavored or something, and they were like roasted, dried, very very crunchy crickets. So that's what I had. It wasn't too bad. I didn't like the texture because my brain was just like, there's legs in your mouth, there's legs in your mouth, there's legs in your mouth, and I couldn't get over that.
Some people are into that.
That's a problem.
Them
That's
weird-
for them to figure out.
I'm pretty sure that's feet, Aiden.
No, it's both.
What's
That's
the
He's like, I would know.
It's a
Yeah, I would
like-
know.
and then the worst tasting thing I've ever had
Ass.
was
Ass.
oh
Got
what
me
was it?
there.
My ass eating.
My ex was not a good cook.
Oh,
My
no.
ex was not
Oh
good
god,
at
we're going
all.
here now.
Oh, goodness.
It's not even against
Stop
him.
choking
It
on
was
cow
just,
song, Aiden. Come on now.
it was
That's cow cock.
it was just a meal he made. So he had this thing about putting Alfredo sauce on everything because man was like, oh, it comes in a jar, it's good, right?
I do. Oh,
So
jar
he
Alfredo?
bought-
Okay, never mind.
It was jar Alfredo, and then we got this like mixed bag of like mixed seafood from Sam's Club, and it was like calamari, scallions. Is it scallions? Is that what it's called? No, not scallions. What are they called?
Scallops.
Scallops. That's there. So it's like calamari, scallops, shrimp, and something else. And he was like seafood Alfredo, and just like puts it all together.
Seafood
And-
Alfredo.
Like it was like he boiled it first.
Oh.
And then
Yeah.
like, didn't drain enough water out, so it was like soup.
Oh.
And the noodles were like mushy. It was just really really bad. And now keep in mind, I worked night shift at the time, so I had one meal a day, and I would not eat for 24 hours, and that was the meal I had while I was on my period, and I was getting over the flu.
Oh man.
And
Oh,
so
shit.
it just like all of that combined, I think made that the worst meal of my life. And I think I took 2 bites, and then he got offended that I didn't eat it, and I was like, broski, you can eat it yourself. This is all you, bud. I want no part in this. And I just ate like a bag of Cheez-Its and called it a day. I was not doing that.
Bruh.
I also could no longer eat soy fish tilapia, like soy sauce tilapia. That was another thing he used to make a lot. It's exactly what you think it is. You take a piece of tilapia and you basically fry it.
Douse it
fucking
in soy sauce.
Yeah, you coat that bitch, and then you put it on plain, unwashed, unseasoned rice.
That sounds pleasant.
Sounds fucking delicious. Is he single?
It was.
Yeah, is he single?
He is now. Oh, he
Listen,
certainly
if
is
you-
now.
Oh God. I can't. They'll find out about this and they'll sue me or something. I can't say too much.
Oh boy.
They'll
Oh,
sue
man.
you over not
trauma
naming
is
him
still-
whatsoever.
yeah.
Trauma
They're
is
gonna
deep.
see you for not naming him.
I don't even go by the same name anymore, so who knows?
That's true. They'll just recognize your
Yeah.
voice.
That
Bro.
fucking bitch didn't eat my seafood soup.
Yeah, that's
This is
just
a
that
dog.
petty. That actually my seafood soup.
Oh my God.
That's
Yeah.
being a dick if someone didn't eat your soup? Like,
Wasn't even supposed to be soup, man. It was supposed to
it
be
was
pasta.
supposed to be pasta. Come on.
Pasta
Oh.
soup, duh.
But what I was saying earlier about like the food I've eaten, where it's like just squirrel or frog legs or gator tail, stuff like that, right? That's normal Florida shit, right?
Yeah. Well, maybe not squirrel, but yeah.
Maybe not squirrel. I think it's more Louisiana or something. But I was talking to a friend of mine who is not from the U.S., of course, and I was explaining. I was like, yeah, like I've had gator tail, I've had this and the other, and they're like, you eat gators? I was like, yeah, the bastards are everywhere. And they're like, why would
How
you
else do you
eat
think I turned
gators?
into a homosexual? No, I'm just kidding. I can't say that.
Oh.
Yeah, cut that out real quick. But I'm like, he's like, why would you eat gators? I'm like, because they're good and they're fucking everywhere, dude.
Is this the Aussie?
Like, we gotta. Yeah.
The Aussie's asking about eating gators, really?
The man who was like, yeah, we have kangaroo jerky. And I was like, all right.
G'day, mate. I like to eat some croc cock, you know?
I cringe every time you guys do those accents, man.
The croc cock.
Oh my god.
I have limited knowledge. Crocodile Dundee taught me everything I needed to know about Australia.
I still have never fully watched that. I think I've seen clips. I've never fully watched Crocodile Dundee.
It's a weird movie, man.
You know where I understood my Australian accent and my British accents from are like the Australian one came from like what's it called, H2O, that show, the mermaid show, and what was the British one? It was like Time something and Doctor Who. Those are the two ones I watched. Something about British people and time travel they fucking love.
Apparently.
I don't know what that's
Yeah.
about. Like
That's because they want to go back in time and fix all their mistakes.
They
they want to
can't.
go back in time and own half the world again.
I wish we could turn back time to the
No,
good
no,
old
we-
days.
Hey, where we owned everything. Fuck them bitches. Get the fuck out. Yeah, no, that was a great time.
Back when they owned
For sure.
everything.
Back when they owned everything, bro. They knew how to do it.
They know how to do it for damn sure.
Are you sure about that one there, Chief?
Oh, apparently they didn't because they lost a war across in the Atlantic Ocean.
Oh.
Damn.
First of all,
America! Fuck yeah!
also my question. That's actually a good point. Now we're going to history. Here we go. All around the place. Take it around town. Why did the British think that they were able to can keep control over a country across how big is the Atlantic Ocean? Like,
Pretty fucking big.
especially when nobody in their country is, there.
Except for a couple
Yeah.
soldiers that were
Yeah.
outnumbered like
Which
10 to
everyone
1.
hated anyway, because they were like stealing their food and like their women and their lodging and shit.
I hate when that happens.
Dude, I hate when my women get stolen.
Shit.
Dude, I absolutely despise when that happens, bro. And I'm sweating so hard.
Yeah.
Sometimes
Nobody asked.
I am moist as a motherfucker.
All right.
Bro, my candle just went out. What the fuck? I can't even relight it because it's like tunnels.
It hissed at me?
All right. We need.
Pissed.
Speaking of which, you should check out our other YouTube content. It is very good, I promise. Please go watch it. Please, just go watch it, please.
We don't want real jobs, please.
I don't want to have to work, please.
I'm fucking speaking of real jobs, bitch. What the fuck is going on
With the job
with
market these days.
Stupid motherfuckers coming into my job thinking
Oh
they
my
own the
God.
fucking place.
Uh-oh.
Bro,
The
okay.
Karens. The Karens.
Here we
We're
go.
bringing back the fucking Karens, dude. Let me give a little bit of context for what I'm about to say. I currently, my day job is as an axe throwing bar
Instructor, kind of.
instructor, bartender, whatever you want to say. Basically, I serve people booze and teach them how to throw an axe at a piece of wood. It's not really that hard of a job, and it's enjoyable most of the time. However, there are some times when people fucking come in and think that this fucking axe throwing joint, they booked to fucking own. Like what the fuck? Put the tables over here. I was promised the tables over here. Bitch, no, you weren't. I wasn't told that shit. The fuck? Yeah, like, I was told you get this many lanes and that's it. And then I fucking fix it. I do all this stuff, and they still complain. It's like, oh my God, I'm so fucking sorry.
This segment is called Brendan Rents for 3 minutes.
What the fuck are you? No, I'm just kidding. You stupid bit. Go back to the good old Call of Duty rage days. But, like, it's definitely, it's just frustrating when someone comes in. You do the best you can for them, and they're a bitch for no reason. And now I understand that some people have bad days and they're dicks to everybody, and I do this too because they're just having a bad day. But, like, if it's a stranger, at least put forth a little bit of effort not to be a complete and utter cunt. Like, Jesus Christ. It's
this whole section is going to be bleeped out.
And like at the end of the day, the people that came for the event and part of their group were perfectly fine and were, fine to hang out with. But the lady that was, I assume she has some kind of pressure on her, obviously, because she's supposed to be, the head of the company and organize the event and everything. But you could have just given me a little bit of slack. Another bit of context. Okay, these fuckers. I'm sorry. No, not these fuckers. No, fuck it. They're fuckers. These people came in.
He gets increasingly angry as we go on.
These people came in an hour and a half early. Why? Why? You came in an hour and a half early and expected me to just have every lane available? There are people before you, you stupid fucking bitch. Like, be a little bit considerate. She wanted me to move a group of people that I had already placed at a lane that were going to be done in fucking 15, 20 minutes when she finally got there to ask me to move them. For her group to set up fucking food an hour before people showed up. It took them, at the end of the day, fucking maybe 30 minutes to set up the food. Not even. And then it was sitting there forever before anyone fucking showed up. And then everyone doesn't even show up on time. So, like, and they had like a 2-hour booking. They're going from, say, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. And we let them stay fucking hour and a half early because they were slowly piling out. And the lady thought she was staying until 9. I was like, no, the fuck you ain't. You did not pay that much money to stay this long. Motherfucker, get out. I felt bad because even the people that were doing the catering were like looking like they wanted to die. Like, come on, if you're gonna pay us money, you could at least be nice to us. Like, we're giving you a service. We're kind enough to give you this service. At least be nice to the person. Like, it's the same energy as someone who goes to a restaurant and gets mad at the fucking waitress.
Yeah.
The food is bad. The fucking waitress didn't cook the food, dumbass. Like, why are you mad at her? Why are you being an asshole to her, telling her to fucking, like, kill herself? Like, you stupid, incompetent bitch. Like, fuck off. Don't say that to the chef, dude. Like, what's wrong with you?
You want to get me started on someone telling you how much you suck at your job while you're trying to bust your ass for them? Because I got a story for you. You want to hear it?
Everybody go on there. Sean, we got to hear your rant. Aiden, you're up next after her.
I'll summarize real quick. I'll try to be really fast about it. All right, so for those of you who don't know my job, I draw blood for a living. And now I do processing, but before that, I was drawing blood. That's my entire job. I go up and down 2 towers of a giant-ass hospital, pushing a probably 40-pound cart, 50 pounds cart. At its lightest, 70 pounds at its heaviest, right? And so I've been there for maybe 3 hours, give or take. I get a call to go to this patient's room and say, hey, we've been trying to get her multiple times this day, and no one can find a vein to get blood from her. So I go in the room, and the nurse is like, are you finally going to get it done? I was like, I'm going to try. I just collected not long ago. I didn't draw them before. What's going on? And she was like, well, we've been trying to get blood, and apparently someone's got it, and then I saw the orders back up. What happened? And I was like, well, somebody drew the wrong tube before me, which the person who caused the problem, surprise, surprise, was fired 2 weeks later for another incident, which, that's fun. I can go back into that later. But, so the nurse, actually, I'll go into it now. They got into a fist fight in the fucking laboratory.
Wow.
With
They
who?
got into a fist. Another coworker of mine. This bitch caused so many problems that she caused a literal mental break in my other coworker. They snapped, she snapped, and so they started throwing things at each other, including a giant ass chair.
Thank you guys for listening to this episode of the Tumultish podcast. We hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to hit that like, comment, and subscribe button. Turn on the bell for notifications, and we'll see you guys in the next one.